Hi my friends, today I'm actually going to talk to you guys about customizable palettes, why I believe in them, why I think you should get them, and just the benefits of having that in your collection. Not only is it going to save you time, it's going to save you money, and it's also going to be better for the environment. So let's get into this. Okay, so first one I wanted to discuss is my absolute favorite. Well, heck, they're all my favorite, okay? Okay, so first one I want to discuss is one of my favorite palettes, and this is going to give me the perfect base face. If you guys have never experienced this is a wax-based foundation. It's 50% pigmented, which means you're going to use less of the product but get more coverage. It's also not going to oxidize on your face. Yay! I don't need my foundation changing color, mixing it with the oils on my skin and giving me that orange look when it's all said and done. So that's really, really great when you're getting this foundation. Also, the concealers were formulated to actually cover up tattoos. So if you have tattoos that need covering, scarring, discoloration, anything like that, it's really going to help give you an awesome coverage. I'm actually going to show you really quick. And what's great is as you get low, you can see I've been low for pretty, for quite some time now. When you start to get low, you can actually pop it out. You can kind of formulate it and put it all in one corner if it's easier, but because it's wax, you can really play around with it. But I also just find just warming it up a little bit with my brush gives me, more access to the color in the pan. And like I said, when you get low or you run out of it, you can pop this out. There's actually a little hole back here, which I usually take the bobby pin or some kind of brush, pop it out, and then replace it. And what's great is because, like I said, it's environmentally friendly, so this is cardboard, so you're not replacing a palette or throwing away a metal tin or plastic or anything like that. This is great because you can actually clean this up, sanitize it, and have it looking fresh and new. You guys can just see the difference in my, from one side to the other side. I really, really love this concealer for coverage. I'm going to get back in now and show you a little bit of the foundation. So we're going to go in with the foundation right now, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to get some coverage. And this is what's great about customizable palettes, is that I can color match you to shades that you are more drawn to. That's the thing, is when you get a palette that you're not as comfortable with. I know I'm going to get into powder palettes soon, so I'll talk a little bit more about that. But what's really great is we could just formulate the shades to you so it fits, you. So the foundation, the concealer, I can color match. All you have to say is color match me down below in the comments, and I can get you a really great quiz. This is the great thing about having a beauty guide, is you get to have a beauty guide to help assist you through the process of it. So you guys can just see, and I'm just obsessed with that aspect of it, that you get me, So just drop that below if you have any questions or concerns about purchasing a foundation online. We also have a 30-day happy guarantee. So if there's a product that maybe you didn't like, or the shading was a little bit off, or it's just not for you, you have 30 days to return it, which is so amazing. You get to try it out. But okay, so just right there, the difference. I'm obsessed. So I'm going to finish this side, and then we're going to get into the next part of customizable palettes. Well, let's just do this. Okay, just like that, it's done. All right, next up, we're going to talk about powder palettes. And what's really great about these, as you can see, they collapse so beautifully. So this is actually foundation 2 concealers. This is a 3-well powder palette. It has a translucent powder in it, it has a blush, and it has a bronzer. So just putting that in perspective, basically your base is right there. You can actually even use, I didn't state this before, but you can even use these for contouring. So if you get a lighter shade and a darker shade, you could potentially have literally the perfect complexion palette there, and then all your powders just like that. I mean, without all those extra things and other palettes and things like that. So you get to create it, which is so awesome about customizable, okay? So I'm gonna go in and just show you why I love this palette, why it gets used all the time. I go in with a bronzer, which is so pigmented, and I kind of do a bit of a kind of a lazy girl contour, but just giving myself some extra color, warming myself up. And that's the thing, is some people, and I even was like this before, I've always loved makeup, but before I really understood makeup, think there's a difference, right? Is that I didn't really know that I needed certain items for certain things, right? It's like getting tools, the proper tools to apply is so important. So I love this because it's just gonna go in and warm up my foundation, define my cheekbones for me, and just give me an overall like healthier look. And you guys could just see already just the definition of the cheekbones. So we're gonna really quick finish this up here. All right, and I do wear my bronzer up just a little bit higher because I do have wider cheeks, more cheekier, right? So I can even always go in and kind of blend some of this out if it's too much, okay? And that's what I really love about the brush, or you can use a beauty blender sponge. I love our Blenderful. LimeLife's Blenderful is pretty amazing. Okay, so next up, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take the blush out of here. And I'm actually gonna use two blushes today. This is actually a bit of a highlight blush. So there are different size palettes you can get, and I'm gonna show you in a second here a different blush palette, because this is going to give me obviously just that like super like glowy look along with my bronzer that does have some shimmer in it, but a blush is going to actually give me a little bit more color in my cheek. So that's basically what I want there. All right, but I'm going to show you guys really quick the powder, translucent powder. I love to go in and put this on, especially on my eyelids, and I just realized I didn't prime a bit on my eyelids, so I will go back and put a little bit of concealer, this lighter concealer, on my eyelids so that I can prime it and get it ready for eyeshadow, which we'll get into in a second here. But I'm gonna just go in with the translucent powder. And what's great about getting a translucent powder is it helps combat oil. It's gonna help give you that beautiful, flawless matte finish and help combat the oil throughout the day, which I love that about this powder. But it's going to, you're gonna see in a second, I'm gonna get up a little bit close here. It's gonna help like blur things out a bit. I will show you guys another palette too that is awesome for blurring lines. It's an HD powder palette. You can buy them in a single, or you can get them in a 3-well or 6-well. So just like that, you guys can see I'm nice and matte. It really just helps give me like that flawless finish. So highly recommend a palette like this. But let's say you already have a powder that you enjoy. You already have all that stuff. Maybe you prefer just getting a 3-well of blushes or different types of powders like bronzer, light, medium, and dark one for contouring. There's so many things that you can do. So just know, like, you get to, again, that's the perks of having a customizable palette. It fits you, okay? Here is the HD powders that I talk about, and I'm gonna really quick go over them with you and why I love them so much. But I use these for different reasons, okay? So if I'm looking for a really, let's put some of these brushes, okay? If I'm looking for a, a powder that's gonna really give me kind of that airbrush look. It's going to help blur fine lines and pores. Also, I love to go in sometimes and throw a little bit of this banana powder underneath my eye. Not only is it going to help set the makeup, but it's also going to give, again, that just flawless finish underneath the eye. And I really love that aspect because when you start to get a little bit of wrinkles, or sometimes your makeup can kind of sit into that if you put too much on underneath. And this is just going to help just give me that like really nice blurred out look underneath my eye. So that lighter, and then I'll usually go in with powder, and I have been known to contour with this shade as well. So just giving that an option. The HD finely milled powders are stunning. Okay, let's talk blush because I'm kind of obsessed. Growing up, my mom always had just this really, really pretty blush, and one of them is a shade in here that I just think this would have been her go-to. But I'm gonna just show you really quick what this palette looks like. I actually created this beautiful palette. This is the shade that I really think, these two shades, my mom would have dug, and I absolutely love them as well. But what's great too is, as you can see, we do have, there's other shades you can pick from, but this is just such a beautiful array. There's that like highlighting one that I have. This is more of like a pinky, just like very nice, very beautiful, like peachy undertone shimmer to it. This is just like full on shimmer, so pretty. This is a beautiful red, obviously. This is called Alive. This is one of my favorites. And then this hot pink one. What's awesome about our blushes is there's something for everyone here. If you have a deeper skin tone, these shades were formulated for that deeper skin tone for it to really pop on there. I'm gonna actually show you really quick. You don't need a lot, and I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a little bit of blush on the apple of my cheek and kind of work it up into my bronzer and that other little highlight that I have. But you guys can just see, not pressing in there a lot, I just tapped it. The payoff is so beautiful. And it really doesn't go everywhere. That's what I really, really love. And these are gonna last me a really long time. I'll probably break them before, knock on wood. I hope I don't break them, but you know, I hope I don't drop a palette ever. But just to show you guys just how beautiful this blush is. Again, if I put too much on, I can go in with a brush and really, you know, kind of tone it down a little bit and blend it in. But just showing you, a 6 well is always an option, and you could always do, even if you wanted to mix it up, you could do a 6 well palette and throw some bronzers, translucent powder, and some blushes in there, so you can get a really nice array. Again, a 6 well looking like this, how collapsible and easy is that, right? Next up, I want to show you guys a little bit about shadows. What's so awesome about our shadows is that they are highly pigmented, but also just showing you here, this is an 18 well shadow palette, a 6 well, and then a 4 well. What's great is, I mean, I have all of them. I love how they're watercolored. I love how, like, I can, when I'm searching through my palettes, they are watercolored for, you know, this is for my foundation. All the pink ones are for my powder palettes, so it's really easy to, you don't have to like open everyone up all the time. It's really easy to identify when you're looking through your palettes. So the eyeshadows are really great because gone are the days, guys, where you go ahead and buy a palette and only use 3 of the colors out of it. You get to create your own palette by picking out the colors that you would use on the daily, right? So these are really great for that. I actually, again, when you get low on something, that the magnetic makeup, the little pan there, you pop that out, replace it. It's so easy to do. Or let's say you're going away for the weekend, or you're really obsessed with an eyeshadow look. I know when I get an eyeshadow look down, I like to rock it out every single day, especially if it's something I truly enjoy. It's like my go-to look. I love to put my favorite colors in there so I can have easy access to it. And actually this is one that I created and I use. This is like old school too. This is an older one, but I love, as you can see, this black eyeshadow has lasted me almost, I guess it's coming up on 4 years that I've had this. Maybe around the springtime it'll be 4 years. But just some really great shades to choose from. And again, so collapsible, so beautiful. Like, those are my eyeshadows, right? Even if I wanted, you know, 6, 10, 14 shadows to choose from while I was away, I could take this and that's all I would need. So you get to create your own palettes, and I love that. So I'm gonna really quick show you how easy they are to use. It does, because they are they're highly pigmented, you're gonna want to be careful not to dip into it too much. I'm looking for my mirror, and then we're gonna get into this, so hold please. My glam room is always a mess, and I'm like, it's gotta be here. My mirror's gotta be here, and turns out that I'm pretty sure I put it in my purse, and it wasn't here. It's in my purse, so I don't feel like going and grabbing it. So actually this works out perfectly because I can show you another mirror that I'm going to use right now. So what's really great is LimeLife actually offers some really beautiful mirrors by Glamcore. I will be doing a YouTube video just on mirrors alone, so I won't get too much into it, but again, I love this for traveling purposes. I don't have it charged right now. I need to do that, but what's great about this mirror, you can see here, right? It does something pretty fancy. So I'm gonna just show you guys how simple this is. It actually slides like that and then goes up. And what's awesome is we actually have magnetic makeup, right? So whenever you are traveling, or if you are, you know, just want to keep like your everyday makeup in here because you want to get up close and you have a really nice mirror, this is magnetic makeup. So when you need to put this in here, you can go ahead and do it. Let's say you have products though that are not magnetic, you can actually, Glamcore provides some really great magnets that you can stick to the back of your makeup and now create magnets. So we're going to use this mirror today. I'll probably just like close it up just so I can get it in here. I kind of like it. There we go. let's see. So I'm going to go in with a beautiful shade, and I won't go through the full process of putting eyeshadow on with you guys, but you'll just see it kind of this look come to life a bit. I want to just show you really quick. I dipped way too much into there, right? So I just pressed and pressed and pressed with my brush like that. Then I went and tapped some of that off, and I just need to show you like how much is there. So my next swipe, I'm actually just going to press lightly on top just to get all of that product, so I'm not wasting it, okay? But you're going to see here, just tapping in, that's a lot of product, but I'm going to show you really quick here what that's going to look like. Also, I feel like when I started to get better at eyeshadow and really understood it, this eyeshadow became a little bit easier to work with. When I first started, I was used to using, you know, Wet n Wild, or I even had a few, you know, higher end shadows that I really enjoyed. So it takes a little getting used to, because you're going to see like what the payoff is and be like, oh my goodness, okay, that's what we're working with. And it's so worth it, guys, I'm telling you. So I'm going to go in, we'll clean all that up here in a second, but I'm just going to show you really quick, picking up all that product in there, what that's going to do for me, instead of having to press in and get a different, like get more and disturb more of that palette there. All right, I'm gonna blend this and we're gonna get into it. Okay, last thing I'm actually going to go and do is go ahead and spray my brush with some setting spray to really pick up this beautiful shimmer. So we'll go in really quick and do that, and then clean up some of this around the eyes, and then we'll be good to go with this eyeshadow look. I'm no eyeshadow guru, but I just have fun and I'm still learning. So that for me is always, I think eyeshadow is always going to be a bit of a process for me, and I'm okay with that because I'm here for the long run. So just go in and just kind of tap that through, and then last but not least, I'm just going to go in and clean some of this up with some concealer and kind of blend some of those shades through. So I'll be right back. So just like that, I have my base face that I've worked on. I did my eyeshadow. Everything's all set and ready to go. Last but not least, I'm actually going to drop another video on how to pull this look together by putting lips and eyebrows on and some mascara, and what a difference this look will make, right? But going in here and just showing you how beautiful these palettes are, I didn't point out, but there's also available a 6-well concealer palette, which is amazing for, you know, using to cover up blemishes, scarring, tattoos, all that stuff, but also too, you can go in and contour with any of those. You can get, if you are a makeup artist and you're looking to get more foundation in your mix, you can actually get a foundation palette that you can go ahead and throw. I have a bunch of other palettes down there too, but you can stack up your foundation colors in there. You can stack up your HD powders and all your powders and things like that. And here it is, guys. So if you found this helpful, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. I'm building it up slowly but surely. Maybe you're watching this like 3 years later and this video is still up, and hopefully I'm a YouTube sensation by then. Just joking. But hopefully I've gained a bit of a following by then. But your support and everything means the world to me. So I appreciate you guys, and jump on over here. I'll be posting a video in the next few days of me finishing up this look. Obviously I'm going to finish it right now, but when I get it up and ready to show you guys, just brows, some mascara, and throwing on a lip, how it could really change up this look. Please make sure you take care of yourself, take care of somebody else, have a beautiful rest of your day, and take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye everyone.